Hi parents. Here we go. Parent video, try number 2. So normally you would find this at the beginning of the week, hopefully like either Sunday night or Monday morning, it'll show up as available so that you can prep, because typically we will do preschool Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's kind of the routine that we have, but I know some of you might need to do it because of your work schedule, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I am going to try to work really hard to get everything to post on Sundays. With the large, like probably millions of people trying to use Canvas right now, things are a little bit glitchy. I'm sure from the tech department, things will get better. So I really appreciate you guys working with me, and I'm sorry today's been a little bit crazy. But yeah, so try number 2. Here is what you're going to need for the rest of the week, okay? So super simple. All you're gonna need is that kissing hand packet that I showed you in our email. That's basically it, okay? So print that off, that's all you need, okay? If for some reason you don't have access to a printer, your printer's not working, seriously, just like color or paint or something. Kids are really easy. Get out those bingo dotters. Please don't stress about it. It'll all be okay. You can do it later or whenever your printer's working or whatever works for you, okay? So if we're talking about day 2 on this, I really suggest that you print this out. This is under that, when you click on the September button on the Canvas homepage, it'll bring you, and I believe this is the second item down. There's the whole year plan you can print out, and then there's September's week 1 through 2. So, or 1 through 4, sorry. So this is September week 1, and I'm gonna talk about day 2 and day 3, just so you know what's coming, so you can have it all prepared for the next 2 days. So the first item is our first day crowns, just to kind of get us started. You can have them color at first, you can have them watch the video with me, however you want to do it, but it's just kind of a fun way to get thinking about school. So here's ones that my kiddos helped me finish, because I know last year parents said that they'd really like to see a finished product. So I'll try to do this with each activity so that you can really see how maybe it's intended to. But like, this is Emma, she's in 3rd grade. So your preschooler, I should also show you one after Olivia does it, okay? But it does not need to look like this. I really believe that they should just have artistic freedom, okay? There will be projects where we do want them to be specific. Like when we, talk about the different colors of an apple, we don't want a black apple, because that's not, what we would find in our science unit or in the real world, that sort of thing. So there will be times that we'll tell them like, okay, this time you need to color it this way. But when it comes to this, I just let them, honestly, we're just working on those strong hand muscles, okay? That's so important for their writing, to have really strong hand muscles, okay? So they're just gonna color it. They can clip, my daughter Emma put all of the things from school. So they could pick a couple things like maybe art, writing, reading, science, math, and social studies. So the little crown just says, take my hand and ask me what I loved about school today. And it says, today was a love-filled day. And so this is a little story about Chester the raccoon that we're gonna read in class. So I'll read it together, and then you guys can talk about and glue on and cut out all the pieces. So if you want them to color it first, and then they can listen to the activity with me and then, complete it, that would be a good break. But however you want to do that part. So there's the Chester raccoon. I just used a couple little pieces of some like leftover construction paper that we had. So it can be anything, and I just stapled it. You can tape it if you don't have a stapler. You can glue it. It just takes a minute for it to dry. So there's the first day crowns. The next part says read the kissing hand, so I will read it to them, or if you have it yourself, you can read it on your own. You don't have to watch me read it. And then we're gonna go over some rules and expectations. So we're gonna learn tomorrow how to hit the pause button when you need a minute. When Miss Jody is showing you how to do an activity and you don't understand, we're gonna learn how to hit the pause button. We're gonna learn how to use our scissors. We're gonna learn how to hold our pencils and different things that way. So that'll kind of be like a little bit of our rules for that. And then I have on there play with toys. So preschoolers have about the attention span is how old they are. So if they are 3, they have about 3 minutes. Sometimes it's longer, and that's fantastic. But typically when they are learning something that is new or a little bit challenging, if they're 4, they got 4 minutes. If they're 5, you maybe got 5 minutes. So do something and then allow them to play. So I put together little baskets, or little, like if you buy those like from the dollar store, get some little dollar tubs just so it seems different. And then just throw some random toys in there, like a box of noodles and a couple of toy cars for them to drive around in the tub, or a Barbie and some, you know, rice or some beans or something like that. Like come up with a fun little tub that's something weird, and I'll have a list of ideas for you guys as well, and I'll get that to you. But I would just say put together a couple of fun things so that they still feel like it's school time. We're not releasing them to go do like recess, if you will. It would just be like, okay, brain break, let's do something silly. So brain break, play with toys, hit pause on Miss Jody, and then come back. So then when you come back, we're gonna talk about a little bit more about Chester, and they'll do their first day of school Chester coloring page. So you can pick which one you want. One we'll do on day 2, one we'll do on day 3. So these 2 from the Kissing Hand packet, so you can pick or let them pick which one they want to do today. So they just color it. Once again, we're just gonna remind them that we want really strong hand muscles, so we're really good writers when we get to kindergarten. And then I try to maybe even encourage them to color what I say, color like a kindergartner. And we'll talk about that tomorrow, how we color like a kindergartner. And then the same thing, break. And the breaks are like 5-10 minutes. It's just like a little bit and then come back to learning, but just so their brain can take a time out, you know, get refocused, and then they won't be so, you know, wiggly in their seat if they're having a hard time concentrating on me. So do the same thing, pull out, you know, like if you could have 2 separate tubs, and I'll help you guys with this later. But for right now, you could even just put some like Legos in a basket or some little toys that they like to play with, but sometimes just putting it in a different tub makes it feel new. So grab a Tupperware, box that you got from Amazon. I mean, literally anything, throw some toys in it and have that be like your playtime brain break. And then they'll come back and we'll finish up the last fun thing, and that is to make this cute little Chester craft. So when you print it off, it'll actually come with 2, but I thought in case you had a sibling that wanted to join in. But here are the papers. And then I'll leave it up to you. If you have your school supplies and you have your watercolors, watercolor is really fun. Once again, Emma did this and she's in 3rd grade. Yours will not look like this. And then you can help them maybe see if they could cut a little bit themselves. We're gonna talk about how to use scissors tomorrow. But see if they can cut a little bit and then maybe help them finish it, because this is kind of advanced cutting. It's more of a kindergarten cutting. If they can, like I know some of my kiddos who had me last year, they could totally do this. But some of you new ones, if you haven't had a lot of experience with scissors yet, this might be a little tricky. If you don't have scissors because your school kit is not arrived yet, just color it and paint it or bingo dot it or whatever you have laying around, food coloring, literally anything. Have fun with it, and then like maybe use your kitchen scissors or something to help cut it out, or just wait till your kit arrives. It should be here soon, and then you can cut it out when it arrives. So we're just gonna keep this the easy week this week. So then moving on to day 3, you're gonna take whichever one you didn't do on day 2. So whichever one of these you didn't do on day 2, that's gonna be kind of your entry task, just to kind of get their brain, pull out the crayons or the markers or whatever they're into, and let them kind of color strong hand muscles. Next, we're gonna read a story together again and talk about the I Feel paper that they did on the first day. So if they haven't done it yet, that's okay, they can do it there. But we're gonna really talk about our emotions and how we feel, and you know, what it's like when mom leaves or when we leave, that sort of thing. So that'll be that. And then we've got our break with toys again. So pull out those little tubs, and it can be the same tub from yesterday. They probably won't be bored with it yet. And then, sorry, hold on, let me grab the other one. Oops, I might have to post a separate video of that one. But then we have another little craft that we're gonna do with Chester. So I'll show you how to do that one. And then same thing, play with toys. So I promise I'll come back and show you the other craft for day 3. And then we're going to do bean names. That's our last thing to end the day on day 3. So that is a little bit different. Okay, so bean names. Construction paper, some white glue, and some beans. Or honestly, whatever you have for dry goods in your pantry. We're gonna do this a couple of times with lots of different household items. We're gonna use cereal, we're gonna use pasta, we're gonna use beans. So grab whatever you've got. And this is just a fantastic way for them to learn the letters of their name, what the shapes of those letters look like, how they all come together, and then just be able to recognize their name as a whole. And it's also fantastic for their fine motor skills. It is amazing for that because if you'll notice, these little beans are not very big, okay? So I would not give them the whole bag, all right? I would just start with like a couple, like hand them a couple at a time. And then in preschool, it's kind of how we talk about manners as well, that we say, you know, can I please have some more? Or I need some more, please, that sort of thing. So you can even do that as well. But I do one letter at a time and I do the glue. I wouldn't suggest letting the kids do the glue. So for Olivia's, I'll just show you here. I'm just gonna give her one letter at a time. So I would start and we would say, your name starts with the letter O. And then she would stick on, I'm sorry, I don't know if this is gonna work with me being able to show you a pie, but you're gonna have her cover all of the glue all the way around with the beans. So everywhere there's glue, they're running away. That's where she'll put beans. So eventually, and then we'll move on to the L, and then I, V, I, A, or whatever. So do one letter at a time, and we'll just stick beans on as we go. And then when you dry, it's actually really cute. This is one of my I love these little name projects. They always turn out really cute, but that is our bean names. So that would be our last thing for day 3. But yeah, I will get that other video for you guys on how to do the Chester craft. So you know how to do that one. That's another one out of construction paper. If you don't have your kit yet, please don't worry. We can use anything you've got, cardboard from Amazon, anything will make it work. So, or you can even do it this weekend or Friday or whenever it comes, okay? But I love you guys. Really appreciate you working with me on this. Hopefully we have no more glitches from here on out. We just had them all on one day, so we should be set for the year. But you guys have an awesome time. I am loving all of your pictures and videos. I so appreciate you sending them. I can't wait to put them together for a little movie for the kiddos to learn about their friends. It's going to be so awesome. So, anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.